This might be the most interesting Mac Apple released in 2026, not because of its price, but for the first time ever, a Mac powered entirely by an iPhone chip. So I'm really curious about what gaming on this thing would actually be like. So I spent some time trying a few different games on this new Mac, and in this video, I'll share some of my thoughts on its gaming performance. And if you are interested, I will also show you what I think is the best way to play game on this thing. Let's get started. The first game I tried was Resident Evil 4. And honestly, it's run pretty well on this Mac. At Full HD, I was getting around 45 to 50 FPS, and so far, I haven't noticed any crash or stuttering during gameplay. And that is not too surprising to me, since this game already had an iOS version, so it's probably pretty well optimized for this kind of chip. Right now, I'm running it with Metal FX set to quality, while most of the image and lighting settings are on low. But even with those settings, the game still looks really sharp and amazing. So if you end up getting this Mac, this is probably one of the first games you should try. The next game I tried was Cyberpunk 2077. Right now it's running on the 4-disc Mac preset, and at HD resolution I was getting around 20 to 30 FPS. And to be honest, the game doesn't look that great and it feels pretty laggy while playing. Even with frame generation turned on to push it closer to 40 FPS, there's still a lot of stuttering and delay. So in my opinions, this game isn't ideal to play on this Mac. But honestly, that is not too surprising when you think about it. This Mac is powered by a chip that originally comes from an iPhone. So getting this game, the AAA games like Cyberpunk, to open and run is already kind of impressive. If you actually want to play AAA titles at a decent frame rate on this Mac, the best option is cloud gaming. That is really the only way you are going to get a smooth experience with high-end games on this A18 MacBook. Or you can try something simpler like an indie game such as Silksong. This one isn't a Mac native port, it's actually running through Crossover, which is basically a translation layer. But as you can see, it's run really well on the MacBook Neo. I was getting around 60 FPS with no crash or stuttering. This is one of the very good example of games that you should try when you get this MacBook Neo, something light and well optimized for Apple Silicon chip. And there's no better place to find this game than the Apple Arcade library. It has more than 200 games for you to try, mostly iPhone and iPad games. However, I tried a few of them in the past hour and honestly, they are pretty boring. So I installed an Android emulator instead. This is Mumu Player Pro. It's run natively on Mac, and more importantly, it's bring thousands of mobile games to this computer. It basically works like an Android tablet, where you can get access to the Play Store so you can download your favorite mobile games and apps just like you would on your phone. I usually use it to play different mobile games on my Mac, from FPS games like PUBG Mobile to heavier titles like Destiny Rising, and they all run really well. Mobile games are getting more popular and more diverse in the recent years, so having a way to bring those games to play on your Mac is actually a great idea. I made a lot of videos about playing mobile games on a Mac, and I will leave them in the description. Make sure you check it out after this video. So in summary, would you buy this one for gaming? I think you already have an answer, but I'll give you my opinions. Probably not, because this machine at the beginnings isn't built for people who like to play game or try to play game on Mac. This is more like a device for a target audience like teachers or students who only do light tasks like watching videos, do some like document works or presentations, not for gaming or editing videos. If you want a Mac that can handle heavier workload or more demanding games, you will probably need to step up to the Pro or Mac chip to get that kind of performance. Or just getting the Mac Mini M4. For about the same price, you could buy the Mac Mini and spend maybe $200 more on a monitor, and you would end up with much better spec. That machine comes with an M4 chip with a 10-core CPU, GPUs, and 60 GB of RAM, which is a lot of more capable. So that's it. Let me know what do you think about this machine, and would you like me to test anything more on this? Make sure you drop them in the comment below. Other than that, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you soon in the next video.